firstly, I just want to say a huge thank you for all of you being in this space. I just knew that the right people would step in, and it has been, I don't know about how you feel about it, and I know I've said this over the messenger, like our messenger group, but this is a very special group of women, and I haven't felt this energy in a group for so long, where you have had each other's backs like completely, and also just pulled each other out and reminded each other of what we've been working on, which is your greatness. And I'm sad to see this like end in this capacity for us, but you know that you have this contact now with each other, and you all have a common language where you can message each other and go, right, I need a bit of accountability to get myself out of the stuff, like just give me a little push here, remind me of what I'm about, so you have really created something. The three of you have created, I was talking to my partner about this, and I said, these women have up-leveled their consciousness, where they are now in the 20% of people in the world who actually know what personal responsibility means. They don't just talk about it. It's not just coming out of their mouths. It is something they feel and have embodied and know in a very intimate way what that means. It means you create your life. It means I have to take care of the stuff that's not so great, i.e. the resistances, right? And this is I want you to know this, like I really want you to know this, that this is a very small amount of people. I think it's only about 20% of people in the world who actually operate like this, right? Everyone else, it's just words and not actually embodiment of it. So this is like huge. And you've probably felt this in you when you've gone, whoa, as you said, like the last 3-4 weeks, something has landed and you've gone, oh my goodness, this is like a lot bigger than I knew I was stepping into. What the hell did you put me into, Nick? So just give yourself a moment, like to feel the bigness of what you've done in 3 months, in 12 weeks, how much progression you have taken your consciousness from where you were at the start to where you are now. That level of responsibility that you now have, that you now know, that you can now wield as power, is so different from when you first came in, right? It's like, I need to know all this stuff, and I don't know. There was all these stories attached to like how you could not create what you wanted to create. And now I've seen in each and every one of you step up to the mark where you go, I might not know it all, but I'm going to find out. And I'm going to use the power that I have within me to source the solutions, to source the people I need to talk to source the money, to source the new clients, to source whatever it is that you're sourcing, right? To source the answers, to get clarity on my terms. You really have found your own source of power. And that makes me so, so happy. Like, and as I said, I was talking to my partner about this, and it kind of, some of it just went, because he kind of operates, I'm saying it quietly because he's just in the midst, he kind of operates there, but like sometimes it wavers. And so I was just like, so I'm just like, I talked about it a little bit, and then I was like, okay, not understanding, coming back. But I just want you to know that ladies, each and every one of you, Sarah, Christina, Sophie, you've done such an incredible job. To put it in perspective, this journey took me a good 2 years of my life, where I studied at a spiritual school, and there were so many effing layers for me to fully step into this. And I've seen this glimpse of you all doing this in 3 months' time. And that's incredible to me. That's really incredible. So give yourself a huge pat on the back for the work that you have done. And yep, do it. And if I was there, I would give a huge hug, but I can't. One day, yeah. So now I just want to pass the mic to whoever. Yes! Yay! Congrats to you all. Yeah.
In my fancy cup, okay?
Exactly.
And it's my favorite type of tea.
There we go. Click.
Clink.
So I want to pass the mic to any one of you. And today's call is really about celebrating your journey. Okay. So let's not dive into, oh my God, this is gone. I don't know what's going to blah, blah, blah. None of that talk on this one today. I just really want you to focus all of your energy, all of your attention, all of your thoughts to celebration and to how you have progressed and transformed in this 3 months that we've had together. So this is basically your time to toot your own horn, and we're all going to witness you in your glory and then give you a big, huge clap and say cheers again. So whoever wishes to take that mic from me, go for it. I know this is scary as well, because especially, I don't know if you guys have this, but in New Zealand, we have what we call tall poppy syndrome, and everyone just goes, like anytime someone goes, tell me how great you are, they're like, whoa, not me.
I'll go.
Yay, Sophie.
Okay, so just close the door. Okay, so I am celebrating biting the bullet and getting into mediation with my husband, ex-husband. Where that came from. So I'm celebrating that. I am celebrating standing on the precipice of complete financial and life transformation as I am, knowing that it is inevitable. In the next 2 months, my entire world is going to change financially and practically. And knowing that whatever happens, it'll be okay, and I will have the tools to make it okay. I'm going to celebrate that I have begun the process of fighting for my son to have some proper sort of assessment and care plan, and that I think I have a different understanding of, or a deeper understanding of, personal responsibility than I did previously. I think I was a dilettante. I don't know how you pronounce this word, but dilettante, or somebody who talks about it, but before. And now I understand it on an experiential level, of coming out of, or what part of me is victim mode and what part of me is fear, and what to do with that fear, and what part of me is in control. I want a big bang for you to end on. Bang.
Bang. Everyone give Sophie a huge clap. Send lots of love to her. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
To you.
Sophie. You're amazing. I will add a bit to Sophie, to your big bang. I've just been so honored to have you be vulnerable, to feel really to feel everything that you felt during this journey. I know that it was quite intense for you at times. And you were like, I don't want to be part of this group, at some points, because it really was bringing up some stuff, and yet you still showed up. And that shows the amount of commitment that you have to your own personal growth, that you're willing to show up and be coached through that and be supported through that. Whereas there are a lot of people who would have just gone, nah, fuck this, and out. I'm out. And especially, and I think this is the beauty of us having a small group, is there was nowhere to hide. So yeah. I want to honor that in you, because I know on a personal level too, that I have done the same thing, where I've just gone out and just exited. And you just didn't. You reached out and you're like, I need support to stay there. And then you came back in and you just kept showing up, even as uncomfortable as it was. And that is where the growth is. And so I really want to add that to your celebration. That is a huge, huge thing. So thank you very much for trusting us with all of that.
Well, thank you. And on a non-celebratory me, but more celebratory you note, I'm just incredibly, unspeakably grateful for all three of you, for you, Nick, in particular, obviously, but for all three of you for doing the same, for being in this space and for creating a space where I did feel that my unbelonging was okay, and therefore that I belonged. So thank you.
Yay.
Thank you, Sophie.
Yeah. So who would like to go next and just toot their horn for a little bit?
Ken, because I don't want my little one over there to interrupt later. But I am celebrating a full investment in me that I have by choice, that I have not recognized, that I've just never done before. And I feel as though I'm so committed to everything out there. And I think I mentioned this in a call one day, that when I started this journey, if the doors closed, I would hop through a window. And I feel as though internally I'm just knocking on this little door in myself that I've had up for a long time. And I let the door open and I see a light on the inside that I just have never felt. It's a feeling, and I've never felt that. So I'm celebrating me showing up for myself in a way that I've never done before. And I am celebrating on the cusp of really revolutionizing healthcare here in the States, and hopefully internationally in the world, and just being a force to reckon with. I just feel like this has allowed me to not only handle the resistance within myself, but feel more confident that I will handle the resistance that I come up across in a stronger way, and a more compassionate and empathetic way as well, because I am going to hit a lot of it, and I accept that, and it's just gonna bounce off of me, and I'm not gonna absorb it.
Yes.
I am not absorbing it. I'm really focusing on my language change. So I'm celebrating that because I'm significantly more aware of all of that, and what I feed my brain, the words that I put out there. And I think that's it.
That's all I've got. Yay!
Think.
Cheers.
Apple juice.
I love it.
Non-alcoholic sparkling pink stuff.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Very nice.
Pink stuff too.
Mine's kind of pink.
So Christina, I want to add to your celebration, because I think that I maybe see more than you see sometimes. And feel free for other people to add to Christina or Sophie's celebration, and Sarah's as well when she comes up. But from what I've noticed is that, you know, especially in the last few weeks, you really had this like, I can't do it because no one is hearing me. And you changed from I can't do that to, oh my God, there's all these opportunities coming up. It was like when your vibration changed, you saw the opportunities. That's the magic. Sometimes it's not necessarily us changing the world outside. It's us being open to what is available for us that we couldn't see before because we're in our thing, right? And I saw that really magically in you, Christina, several times. Yeah. And the latest one being that, you know, there's this whole bunch of money getting filtered out, like, get me on that train and I'm going to have them for 5 years. They're going to have me for 5 years. Like, I don't know, maybe you would have seen this already, but maybe you would have aimed smaller if you had seen this opportunity, or maybe you would have thought, there's only 10 hospitals, I can't do it, right? And in the openness that you created for yourself through all this work that you have done, you were like, I'm getting into one of those hospitals, and they're going to take me 5 years. Like, so I just want to celebrate that turning point for you, which I thought was a really huge thing. And I know that that's embedded in your knowing now that you can do this. And as you said, the more that you have the things that hold you back because you're working against like huge systems, you can lean on this experience, right? And be like, I've done it before. I already know I'll just slip past there and find another way. So huge congrats from me personally about that. That's the part that I've just been so impressed with you for. So
Thank you.
extra. That leaves Sarah.
That leaves me, I suppose. First of all, I just want to say it's such a privilege having been on this journey with Sophie and Christina. The two of you have inspired me, have taught me, have humbled me, and I think this has been a perfect container for growth and change that I've seen in my life and my perspective. So I'll start with a bang. I think the changes, I was just thinking about it today, Nick. I thought I've learned these things and I need to see things in writing. I need to see the details every step of the way of something I'm doing. I need the details. That's my personality type. It's my creative type. And I thought this is 5 steps. I mean, there's more to it, but it's 5 steps, right? That you've taught us over the last 12 weeks. And I thought it's so much more than that. It's so deeply more than that. And I am so grateful that I stepped in and that I gave it a chance and I put in the work later than I should have, but I put in the work and that I've seen a huge change. So the bang is, it is complete. I have found myself and it has completely revolutionized my relationship with myself and my relationship and my marriage as well. I have never really been able to find out who I was as a woman, as a wife, and then as a mother until doing this course and having these realizations about myself, having these realizations about who I want to be, and essentially who I'm choosing to be today in order to be who I want to be. And I can't say thank you enough. So I'm deeply, deeply grateful for that. So I'm celebrating the change in who I am. I'm celebrating the fact that I have something to focus that on, that I'm putting it into Nia, and that it's something that doesn't feel superficial. It's not a job that I'm trying to convince myself to want to do every day. It's a job that I'm truly, truly passionate about and that I love, and that I have some focus, and that it's an incredibly discouraging thing to try and do what I'm doing, like unbelievably discouraging, but I am throwing a pen at a cat. Hold on.
When in doubt.
I would have thrown it harder if it had a lid on it. Anyway. Yeah, I'm deeply, I'm excited about what I'm doing. And another thing that I struggle with is trust and faith, which two things that to me go part and parcel with one another, or even are interchangeable with one another. And it's something I really struggle with. I operate from a fear-based place in life, deeply rooted in my worthiness. And for once, in my goals, this down that I was speaking about is a gift. Every part of this life experience in companionship with these tools that I'm learning now is a gift and a learning, and an education, really, that I'm just having trust in the pacing and trust in the consistency and trust in the endurance. In church, we have, in my church, we've got a saying, literally the steps to salvation, like are four steps, and the final one is endure to the end. And it sounds like you're in shackles and you're enduring, but really it's just you just keep striving and you just keep working, and it will pay off. And I'm enduring to the end now, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity. So that's me.
Yay, Sarah.
Yay.
Cheers to you.
Toast. Cheers.
Toast. Sarah, I've loved your journey because I can resonate with the work that you're doing, obviously, having been a NEA teacher before and trying to bring in a practice no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. So like, I totally understand your hurdles, because first you have to tell people what it is, then you need to convince them that they want it and that it's valuable, and then you need to bring in the people. So you've got an extra step there of first having to explain it, right? This was kind of like the journey of yoga when it first came in. People didn't know what it was. And so it wasn't, but now because it's so known, they don't have that step anymore. So I understand like your struggles and that. What I've loved seeing was that beautiful part when you just were like, what am I doing? And it was like, I don't think I'm even gonna do it anymore. And you just went off the planet, like totally off your thing. I was like, she'll come back. And you did. And you just like, woo, poof, and I'm back. And I'm like, I'm the queen. I'm gonna freaking do this, and they're gonna want me. And I just loved it, because that is so what the journey is often like. Yeah, it's losing yourself completely, questioning everything, going, what the actual, and then coming back and going, oh no, I was on track. Yeah, I still want to do that. But I want to give you a celebration for that, because you stuck with the work, because I was like, you need to do the tool here, you need to do the tool here. And you didn't just go, no, I've given up, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Like, you didn't go into that little bratty place. You did the work and you realized, yes, I am in the right place. There were a few things that were giving me doubts and fears, and you overcame them. So huge. That was the point for me, where I was like, and she's back. And she's gonna dominate this.
And I think all along, even from the beginning of me choosing to be a NEA teacher, I was like, oh well, it's just something I'll just maybe do. And for the first time in my two-year career of being a teacher, I'm like, yeah, I'm a freaking NEA teacher. And when people ask me, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, I work. I'm a NEA teacher. And they're like, oh, when your classes? I'm like, they haven't come out yet, but that doesn't matter. I go to work twice a week. You know.
Yeah.
So it's so relieving and refreshing to have that conviction behind what I'm doing. So.
Yeah, I love that. Big, huge this. And I on a personal level, like having been there, I know that once you've decided and you have the vision of where you want to go, everything will just fall into place, right? So when I did this, I had a 4-year vision. I will make a sustainable community, because I like to travel and I want to leave. I'm not going to be the teacher who's going to be there forever, because I just know that's not me. And so what do I have to do to do that? And I just gathered all these people together. And I know that now that you have the clarity that you are there, and you are doing this thing, when you set that mission into orbit, it's just gonna, once you get the first rung on, everything will just be like, and you'll just start seeing, and this is the trust and faith that you've talked about. You first have to just take the first step that you know of, and you take the second step that you know of, and then the pathway opens, and you start seeing more and more as you go through the journey on the path, right? It's just like being on a literal hike. You can't see all the path until you're there, until you can see only 10 steps ahead of you, and you take the path and you see the next 10 steps ahead of you, right? So it's like, first just get clear on your mission, and you've already done that in this embodiment of going, I am here and I'm doing this. And then as you walk the path, the next steps will come to you as you get there. And as long as and this is for everyone, as long as you're in the energy of what you want to create in the world, all you have to do is be able to see the next step ahead. That is all you have to see. Right? Sometimes we are given the grace of being able to see the whole path. That's amazing. And that's like so cherished. But if we're not, we just trust and we just take, this is what's been told for me to do. I do this, I do this, I do this. And then as you go along, the path keeps opening up, and you see more and more and more of what is coming. And these things that you have focused on to bring and create in your business and your life just keep coming closer and closer and closer to you until they're there. I'm excited for you.
I'm hearing every single word you're saying, and it's reminding me of the fact that I'm very much a mom to very small girls, because I've watched Frozen 2 many, many times.
I love Frozen too. So
oh,
great.
My favorite.
So great.
And I'll do the next right thing.
Yeah.
Take a step again. It is all that I can to do the next right thing.
Exactly. Disney wisdom. Just watch Disney wisdom.
Frozen wisdom. Just the next right step.
Disdom.
Disdom. Yeah. Hashtag Disdom. We got this.
Thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So I'm having a feeling that we should end on, if you're interested, a group meditation where I can lead you into your dreams. So I know that not many of you got to really using and feeling the last module, which was the insert yourself in your dreams. So I think that I would love to, if you're into it, I will lead you in that process. And let's just leave this container with us having stepped into our dreams in that space. Yeah, does that sound fun?
Yeah.
Okay,
It does
cool.
sound fun. Can I just interject before we do that? So
Yes,
that we don't,
of course.
that we do end on that lovely note.
Yes.
And ask if there's space for us to discuss what we want to do next, or
Yes. So did you three have a chat together about this?
Briefly.
Started
briefly.
a conversation.
And what conclusion did you come to?
We didn't really
I would
come
love
to
to
a
continue to
Yeah.
the three of us to hold space.
I would love to
so-
continue to sorry, Sarah, cut across you. Go on.
No, you're fine. Yeah, so I would, we have created a group chat in Telegram with the three of us. And so I think, ladies, the reason why our chat is currently so active with Nick is because Nick jumps in really often and checks in with us. So there's the risk of us all just disappearing if we don't check in with one another on a weekly basis at the least. But I would really like that space with the two of you to continue on. Nick, I really, like I said in my message, I really like how you come back, you refocus, and you bring us back to what matters. And I think those are skills that, you've honed your whole life, and that we essentially have come to you because we don't have them at the moment. So I would love to have that be, I don't know, maybe every other month we have a call, or we have a chat, or whatever, depending. For me personally, it depends on very, very business-like things like pricing and stuff like that. So it depends on how you plan on structuring us going forward.
Okay.
Because if it's what I can't afford, which I'll be happy to admit, then I'd be happy to stay in contact with you, Christina and Sophie.
From my perspective, is pretty much exactly what you just said, Sarah. As I mentioned, or as I alluded to, I am about to face complete financial transformation, in that all of my financial support from the government and from my ex-husband is about to disappear in one fell swoop. And at the same time, I'm about to be considerably freer and more able to work and have more time for my brain to heal. So a door is closing in order for one to massively open up. So I don't know what that looks like yet. So I definitely would like, whatever happens, to be to remain in contact with you two, Christina and Sarah, and obviously you, Nick. I've had the luxury of working with you one-to-one. I would love this container to continue on a monthly or bi-monthly basis, depending on what your pricing sort of ideas are, Nick. And I would always want to find a way to make that work, because I think this is
Mm.
not too important, but it is important enough, or something along those lines.
Okay.
I'll be the third one to
Christina.
nail in the coffin to say that I would absolutely, like, I was going to ask if there was some sort of membership or something that can continue, but for Sophie and Sarah, I will absolutely make a promise to you to be a motivator and check in and keep our container flowing, you know, until you both say, leave me the hell alone. Because I think that you women have so much wisdom and are so valuable. And I cherish everything that you have to say. And Sophie, you make me laugh so hard. I don't know if it's the accent sometimes that you ladies
I
have.
think it's her. You're just so delightful, Sophie.
You do. You and all of your swearing is always welcome in my life.
Fuck yeah.
And Sarah, truly, Sarah, I owe my entire birth process with my son to you. I really do. You taught
Side
me
hustle,
in such a
side hustle.
short time. Yes. You yeah. Really. I will make a promise to you ladies very much that I will keep a commitment of conversation flowing.
Is Sarah still there? Can you still hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I just saw you take off your headphones, so I was thinking maybe she's just lost contact.
It took a while for the Bluetooth to turn off. But...
Okay, cool. Well, okay, let me consider how that fits in. I hear what you're saying. I think it could be fun just to do monthly check-ins. That's feeling like an absolute yes. And we can keep the group. The thing that I can see this happening, so this is where I want to make it clear, is that it will move into, say, like a membership style, as you're saying, Christina, and there will be people who will join this membership. So it won't stay with just you three. So this is what I want to make clear as it comes, because more people are going to be taught this. And as they're taught this, either from working with me one-on-one or doing another group like this, they will hop in, but you will all be speaking the same language. And that's the goal, is that I want to have a hub of all of you who have done this work, who can really, so it becomes a very self-sustaining group. So although I will turn up every month and we can have calls like this, in that during the rest of the month, all of you, and you three are the leaders of this, right? You three are the ones who have taught this in this way, like very specifically, we are learning this thing only. You're going to be like the ones who can show some of the new ones who come on how it operates, what it's about, what we put up with in terms of, you know, how much Victor B energy we put up with, how we empower, and you all know how to do that, right? So as if you're happy with that criteria where other people will eventually join the group, then I'm happy to figure out a way of how this will work for me as well. Is that a okay from everyone?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an okay.
Okay,
And,
so
and within that, the three of us could also
have your own
be
separate group.
little pod or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
The one thing I was thinking is with new groups, are you going to have your own chat with them separately like you have with us?
Yeah, so they will have, as they go through their 3 months, they have their own separate little chat, and then they get invited to come into this big group. Yeah, the ones, it's like an alumni, basically.
And I presume our chat with the four of us is going to be dissolved now that this course is over.
Yes, yeah. So our chat will be dissolved. You three can stay in contact, as Sophie said, like a little pod. The people who come and do things will probably have their own pods, and then you'll all be in, whoever decides to join this alumni, I like that word,
You too.
can be part of that, and you can broaden your conversation with all these other women and hopefully men who come on board with this too at some point. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to sit with that. So now I know how clear it is for you as well. Let me just, hey, lovely. a little shy one. Let me get back to you in a couple of weeks or so about how that will move forward. And I'm going to feel in, as you all know, I price intuitively. So I just need to have a moment to check in and to see how that all works. Yeah. Yay. Okay. So when Christina is back, let's end with this beautiful jump into our dreams. We ready? Any last comments before we go there? I was going to have one last drink before we do. Oh, the cat wants in, the cat wants out.
Would he be a cat if he didn't want in and out at the
No.
same time?
No, that's like my cat. I have a window right here, like just in front of my computer, and he will sit, there's a chair outside the window, and he sits there and he looks at me on my Zoom calls and meows. And I'm like, yeah, he's a cat like that. And I'm like, oh. All right.
Bugger off.
So everyone just closing your eyes and allowing your feet to touch the ground if you can, and just have them firmly planted on the ground.
Right. I need to ask my husband to be quiet.
Yeah, sure. Mm. And just breathing.
Sorry about that. First the cat, husband.
It's all right. So just firmly planted feet on the ground, eyes closed, and just turning all of your attention inwards. So just following your breath. Returning back to the body. This beautiful vessel that takes us where we need to go, that allows us to action our dreams in the world, allows us to walk our path, allows us to speak to our people. This beautiful vessel, this body that we have. Just taking a moment to be in this space with her. And as you're breathing, you're just giving her lots of love. So really focusing on this physical aspect of you, this physical expression of your soul. And each breath you're breathing in pure love, unconditional love to this physicalness of you, who allows you to be here in this world, who allows you to make positive impact on this planet and in the people who you meet. Beautiful. And now just bringing your attention down through the ground, through your feet, and really feeling how they connect to the ground. And just bring all of your attention as if it's melting down through the ground all the way to the middle of the earth. And in this energy in the middle of the earth, this very Mother Earth energy, grounded, solid, stable, supportive. And bringing your attention upwards towards your body, asking some of this energy to follow up through your body. And I want you just to feel how supported you are by the earth. supported to stand upright, supported to walk your path in the world, supported to plant your dreams and see them grow. And you can just imagine this energy from below filtering up through your body and just allowing all of your body to relax into that support. So you're never doing this alone. You are supported. And now bringing your attention all the way through your body, going through the top of your head, going all the way up until you reach a space of lightness. And this is around 2 meters above your head. And take a moment just to breathe in this lightness. It's like the polar opposite of the grounded energy. This one is very light. And imagining as you come back down into your body that this light trickles over you like rain. And it's just permeating through your skin and it's meeting this grounded, solid energy of the earth. And so you find yourself as both a walker of the 3D world and the creator of your world. Both these energies exist within you, and you have access to both of these so that you may make your dreams a reality. You may create that which you think of and desire into 3D physical form. And now coming up into the area of your third eye between your brows, just becoming aware of that space and imagining that both you have this light coming from above and energy from below, and they're coming up through your spine and meeting in this place. And now I want you to imagine that they meet and funnel outwards through this third eye directly in front of you, about 2 meters in front of you. And you can imagine that this is a beam of light. And this beam of light hits a screen. And as it hits the screen, more of the screen illuminates. And on that screen is exactly what you desire for your business, for your life. And I want you to look from afar on the screen and just see what things are in place. See who is there. Maybe they are your clients, your dancers, your support team. And I want you to get a sense, just as if you would watch a movie, a sense of the energy on that screen of what's being portrayed. And on that screen is that moment that you have everything you desire. And you notice that the only person missing from this picture is you. So you're seeing the whole scene as it is. the people who have contributed to your dream, they're present there. You can get a feeling of the room or the event or the date. And the only person missing from that space is you. And as you realize this, you can feel the screen move towards you. So much so that you suddenly find yourself in that picture. So with your eyes closed, just feeling the space that you have now created and brought forward for yourself. How does your body feel? What is your mind thinking? What are the thoughts running through your head? What are the emotions? And what is your energy like when you are present in this moment? Everything that you have desired is here right now. And take a good look around this space. Touch things. Smell things. Hear things. See things. Notice if there's anyone significant or any people who are significant that help you on this journey. Acknowledge them, say thank you. Notice how you feel in your heart that this dream that you have thought of is finally here and created. And just remembering and feeling your feet, feeling how it is here right now. Now I want you to turn back around and face yourself who is sitting in this room right now. And I want you to imagine that you see a pathway that leads from the moment that you have created your dream, where it has happened already. A pathway that leads from there to this moment where you are anchored here and you are here with me. And I want you to start walking back from that moment where your dream has been created already and bringing all of that energy, all of the feels from that space, bringing them with you as you walk back on this pathway that is light, that is easy, that is aligned, that is fun. And taking steps all the way back until you reach yourself here and allowing yourself to melt with this happening. And if there's anything in this version of you who is here with me now that had any doubts or any fears that what you can create has been created, let that melt away as you merge with that part of you that has already been there, done that. And just feel this energy shift where you know, where you are now, where you know that what you dream of has been created. And is in motion. And staying there and just slowly bringing yourself back here so that you are still feeling that future presence here. And it should be really future, present, same. There's no future because it's here. So this is being. This is being in. This is that idea of really being. And that knowing that you have created what you desire. Yeah? Can you feel that difference? So this ideally is the space that you come to and then you move and you act upon the world now towards what you want. Yeah? You can feel that that dream is right here. And did you notice that we didn't pull that dream to us and we didn't walk towards that dream? It came over us. And it was like we inserted ourselves. Yeah. So Christina, this is the being. And then imagine, imagine every time that you worked on your thing, you were in this feeling. How different everything would unfold for you. So, my lovely ladies, big, huge gratitude for you all. You are wonderful, and I can't wait to see what else happens with your journey. No doubt we'll be in touch, all of us, in some capacity. I'm going to leave you with this beautiful feeling just to go and do what you're going to do. And this is the space where you can create without doing anything. Yeah, when you're holding this energy, this is when the miracles come in. That client calls you, that opportunity comes in, someone randomly emails you about NEO classes. It's like, you're like, but I didn't do anything. It's because you're there. You're there and you're vibrating, and that's felt. And people, our souls, or the energetic aspect of you, however you word it, is attracted to that which it desires. And so if you are emanating that, whoever's looking for that is feeling that and coming to you. So let us close this container officially. Again, a huge thank you for all of you for being part of this journey together. I will be in contact with you shortly about how we can continue this particular way of doing things in the membership. But have a beautiful rest of your evenings or days. feel free to email me any questions that you have about what we've done. I'm still open ears for that, and anything else that comes up after we have closed, just let me know as well. Yes, I'm not very good at goodbyes. Even though I know it's not really goodbye, I'm really bad
Ciao
at it.
for now.
Ciao for now. Thank you, Sophie. She saved me. Ciao for now, because I'll see you later.
Yes, well, this is such a pleasure. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Nick.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All loves to you.
Yes, lots of love to all of you, and
Mhm.
huge congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm going to leave the our little group open for probably till the end of the week. So any last minute things, just let me know, and then I'll officially just cut that off at Friday. That just feels like the perfect time to do it. So if there's any last little bits, and if I need to communicate with you and specifically about the membership thing, I will let you know then. Otherwise, I'll be emailing you with details.
Final question. How long do you
Yes.
have access to the portal?
Forever.
I was just.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yep.
You go back and watch calls?
Yep. All of it. Yep. Yep.
Thanks.
So I will let you know, because when I start this again, I will be taking down our private calls. So I will let you know when that's happening, so that you have time to, I think there's an option. I will actually send you the separate links probably, or you can copy the links for yourself so you can have access to those. So I will let you know if I take down the calls in particular, but the material itself, the modules, you can just go back and watch those over and over again. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Perfecto. All
Thank
right.
you.
Love you all.
Love,
Thank
love,
you.
love. Ciao for now. Bye.
Bye.